Officially fall as of this weekend, and if you're like me, you love seeing the different fall colors as we head into the holiday season. Today we are joined by Tim Roberts, who is a forester with the Alabama Forestry Commission, and he's going to talk with us about all things fall related. Tim, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great today.
That's perfect. Well, I've already noticed some leaves trying to change color, especially when I'm driving down to 80, but when can we expect the peak in the fall colors here in Alabama?
So typically what we see with fall color is it's very dependent on three factors: what our minimum nighttime temperatures are, what our day length is, and what our moisture levels are. So when our minimum temperatures get into the high 50s, low 40s, and when our day length starts to decrease, our moisture starts to drop, we start to see a yellowing of leaves. Typically that occurs sometime around the first week of October. After we see that yellowing happen, we'll start to see more reds, purples come out in the following 2 weeks, usually a week to 2 weeks later. It starts in the north half of the state and starts to flow down. So typically, we'll see it about the third or fourth week of October, sometimes even into that first week of November.
So we're very close to it. That
We're
makes
very
me
close.
very excited. And we had Francine and some of the rain getting here, but we're still in a drought. So how would that affect not only the timing of the changing the color, but also the brightness of the leaves? Like how the drought affects those colors?
So it's actually an interesting relationship. Drought sometimes, as it gets drier earlier, will cause the leaves to turn a little bit faster. But what we see is that same condition that turns them faster will also increase their color as they get ready to go into dormancy a little bit faster. They get those cues from the environment that it's time to go into dormancy.
That's very interesting. And what are those ideal weather conditions for the bright colors that we see during fall?
So the most ideal conditions we have for those really bright, vibrant colors that we love to see are more light-filled days, less gloom, less clouds, that dryness that we're talking about. And like we were talking about before, any temperature that's not quite freezing but below your 60-degree mark, typically right at around 50 degrees.
Well, that's great information, and I'm definitely excited to start driving around, drive north and see these beautiful colors. And I want to thank you, Tim, for being with us today. And we look forward to seeing more of these fall colors as we head deeper into the season.